Germans will be a minority. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. There's an article out there that say in the future in the big cities Germans will be a minority. And so far I think this is true. This has several reasons. Urbanization. Germany is one of the most popular immigrant countries in the world, and the whole refugee situation. And the trend, I already did a video where I compare living in a big city versus a small town. You see the link there about the advantages and disadvantages. In general, I live in a more small town, and when I go to a big city I see a difference where I, as a typical German looking person, be not direct a minority, but I see more non-German looking people than in my small town. And this trend will go on. And in the future we have to talk about, is this good or bad? Because first of all, nobody ever did ask the Germans if they want all this. Their whole ideology is it's always more immigrants, more non-German, more foreigners, it's always cultural enrichment, it's always diversity, and it's always good. That's the ideology that we deal and face at the moment. But for me it lacks a little bit the critical pro and con arguments, because not everyone or every immigration is good per se. When you look at European cities and also German cities where you have migrants or non-Germans with rule with over 90% in this area, and you have a lot of social issues and problems, this is also something, a reality we have to talk about. And I personally, I don't like the feeling going to this big city in Germany and being the minority and living in a neighborhood where my German customs and my culture is to be looked down because some other people from a different cultural and religious background claim to be superior and insulting the actual local inhabitants, and the social problems rise and stuff like that. So for me, the German society has to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of immigration. It's not totally one-sided that it's always good. And this discussion is a little bit lack. In general, I'm not against immigration, but I think we should select who is coming to Germany, what are the intentions and the reasons. And furthermore, we have to stand strong for our culture, our values, and have to say, when you're coming to Germany, you have to accept our rules, our values. When I was in Japan or in other countries, I went there to explore this culture, this custom, how the people live there. I don't want to go to Japan or to Brazil and then say, wow, it's the same like in Germany, just a different weather. No, I think the diverse cultures in the world are worth to fight for. And to make everything equal is not something I want for the future. I don't say everybody that moving to a different country has to get rid of their own identity. But when you in Rome do as the Romans do, this means when you come to Germany and you consider Germany as an attractive country where you want to live, then stick to the rules and the habits in the society and respect them. This is all what I demand. And I think we should stand stronger as Germans for our values, for our culture, and say this is what we accept and this is what we not tolerate. And there's a lot of wrong tolerance going on, and I hope this discussion will become more not this ideology anymore. It becomes more about pro and cons, about advantages and disadvantages of the change that we face with migration. And migration is one of the biggest topics we have for the next decade to face in Germany and Europe. It's a global issue, and we have to deal and face it. And ideology and be blind multicultural doesn't solve any problems. So it's a quite interesting, to some point disturbing point when I see this change. This is not always good in my opinion. But anyway, interesting topic. What are your opinions about the change in big cities that Germans will be a minority in the future? Anyway guys, thanks for watching, till the next time, and cheers!